Okay, we're here at the house site this morning. Last video we made, we did not have the fence up around the garden. So there's our deer, moose, elk, bear fence. Way down below the garden there is a log deck, some trees we pushed over, and it's winter here. We've just got a few inches of snow, came and gone. I just lit one of our brush piles there, so it seems like it's doing good. There is also another one right here, but I just piled this one yesterday, and we've had snow and melt, snow and then melt, so it's hard to say if this one's going to go or not, but it seems to be creating some heat, so we'll give it a try. Anyway, thought if we can get rid of it. And way down below, I'll try and move the camera fairly steady here. Way down below this brush pile down in the forest down there is another one that we've got going. It's fairly dry, but it was piled with a cat, so it's got a bit of dirt and stuff in it. This brush pile here, piled with the backhoe. So it is pretty darn clean. Anyway, keep you posted. We'll see how they do today. So, once I scrape the ground down to about that, which has still got duff on there, roots, garbage, but I've taken out most of the brambles, the dead trees, the limbs, all of the garbage. You can kind of get an idea of what you have, and this mound is pretty big. It's probably 40 feet across it. Sorry for the camera moving, I'm trying not to fall here. 40 feet across, probably 11-12 feet high. Pretty big pile of debris to have to deal with, and the problem is it's got dirt in there and everything. Lots of broken down organic matter, the leaves and sticks that fall on the forest floor, and now I got to deal with that. So in this clearing right here that I made to put our sea cans in, there was a big pile at the other end of this on Friday. It's Sunday now, and I dealt with that one on Friday, and I spread it out in there, let the duff and the organic matter that I can fall through, pluck up the roots and the sticks and logs and get them onto my fire pile. The trees, such as this forest right here, see a fire in the back there, my pile just about burnt out. When we took these out, when we wanted to make our roads, such as right here, I pushed them over with the backhoe because I wanted the stumps out and most of the roots. So I was able to push those out, and in turn, you know, we wind up with this debris pile to deal with, and then you wind up with logs. I wished I would have took a couple pictures of my log decks ahead of time. I just stacked them with tops and roots. And here it is now, bucked. I just buck the roots off, get them into my burn pile, got the tops off it, put that into the garbage pile, just where it gets super bushy. I keep all the rest. I'll make firewood, and I could save more. It's just that I have so much to deal with right now. I'm being a little bit fussy on it. I'm not spending a lot of time. But these are some nice sized trees in there that I'll be able to saw and make boards out of, and some will just be straight firewood. It's too kinky and bent and whatever, but there's some nice big ones in the front there, and a little spruce log on top that was a blowdown in the forest. I picked him up. But today's job will be to deal with that pile there. In a while I will show you what that'll look like in a minute or two. Okay, there is a pile I left Friday. You can see it licked up almost every crumb This was green, pushed over like not even a month ago, maybe a month ago. Green aspen here, roots up to 18 inches in diameter, green stumps, green tops, green limbs, plus the debris off the ground. And that thing, if you can keep your pile hot and keep feeding it, you can see here, I mean, it is next to nothing. I have a small bonfire here to, if I stacked all this little bit of wood up to burn. This pile though will be going again in a while. I will show it to you. That big pile I just showed you over there of debris I have to deal with is going to go back on top of this. I'll stoke this up, get these crumbs in there, and then I'll start putting the dead and the green stuff on top again. Now I'm pretty much out of my green stumps and roots. I've been blessed. The Lord is blessed. They have just been chewed up, ate up, and they are gone. And it will, probably by the end of the day, if all goes well, I will have the majority of this cleaned right up, and I will be very happy about that. Still, in each area, like such as where we're standing here, I don't know if you can tell real good, but it's brown, and that is the organic matter, what's broken down and made topsoil over the years. It's not very deep, probably only a couple 3 inches at the most in most places, from the forest like that just breaks down and makes soil. And this will have to be scraped off when I go to build or put gravel on for a road, and I'll use it elsewhere. This big pile right here is the organic matter that we scraped off from right there, which is our garden site. And that there, I scraped it. I didn't have time to deal with it, so I just made a big pile right there. And it's got roots and sticks and all sorts of stuff in there. And I will deal with that this summer and spring and try and sift through that. And I'll show you what I've been using here to put my debris onto my fire pile here in just a moment. And it works tremendously well. So this here is our working tool backhoe that we bought. Quite happy with it so far. We had an older one at our last place. We upgraded when we sold that place and bought a little bit newer one. And we bought this for our old one. It's called a brush rake. And it works very well. This side of it right here, where it says HLA, that's the manufacturer, that opens up, and that side there opens up. And then you have these big brush rake tines in the bottom, which as you pick up your debris, your branches and roots and stuff like that, the dirt can fall through, the majority of it. And as you get onto it and you use it more and more, you become better and better with it. And it actually cleans up the roots very well, as you can see by that burn pile. I'm shocked that it burnt that well. There in the background, way back there, I don't know if you can see it, I can't get my camera to zoom in. But that's that pile I showed you earlier that I got to deal with today. And that's what I'll be using to do it. That and a little backhoe here. And it's worked out very well. You've heard it running in the previous video here this morning in the background, just warming up. It's about minus 10 Celsius here this morning. Maybe it was minus 8, something like that. Anyway, that's the area that I've cleared out in the last 3 weeks or so, and just getting it all burnt and dealt with, so that now I just have the dirt work to deal with. And hopefully that works out really well. I will show you later in a while when I have my pile going and I'm sifting it out, and I can show you this, how it works. So here I have dug a bunch out of the pile with the backhoe, There you can see the grapple. It's wide open now. And each one of those sides can close independently. In other words, if I have a big stump on this side here, this will close down onto the stump. It could be maybe shut to here, and that side there could close right down tight on, say, if it had some of this small debris in there. So I grab that pile and I shake it, and of course the dirt comes out through the teeth pretty good, and I spread it out on my, what I'll call my landing here, my working area. And now I can go through and gently pick it up and leave, probably 90% of the dirt behind. It's handling it twice, I know, but that's what we had to do in our situation here. It's the easiest way for me to get rid of it. So, kind of gives you the gist of it. But I rubbed the pile a bit there, and it's flaring back up. It's got lots of flame there. If I throw some of this on it, it'll just take right off. It's got lots of heat in the bottom of that pile of ashes yet.
The pile was burned quite low, so Marnie's just adding some more debris. We're still just trying to get the property clean and ready for spring. I was really hoping that wind would take that smoke away before I got here. what we're doing today is all of this debris along the edge, and you can see the forest out in here. There is a lot of dead trees that are standing that we want to take down, and there is a lot of debris that is on the ground that has fallen, and we just kind of want to get this all cleaned up. We want to kind of move our driveway over because there are a couple of these spruce trees, this one and that one. We want to move them because we really like spruce trees. There's not very many, and we would like to keep them alive if we can. We got nothing to lose because they're in the way and they have to go. But there's all these broken trees. As you can see, the tops are broken off and they're dead. And there's just, you can't even walk in there. It is very bad. But we want to get rid of all this debris here. These piles of sticks and dirt and logs. And we're going to make another burn pile. We won't be burning today, but we want to, the wind is starting to come up. But we just want to get it all ready and get this area cleaned up. But you can just see all the broken tops. The tops are laying down there somewhere. And there's just lots of just danger trees. We just want to get rid of them. And once we're in here. So that is our goal for today. We won't get it all done today, but we want to sure get it started. We've got much to do this winter in order to be ready for what we want to do in the spring. Grand expectations. See what happens with it all.
hot doggers. Run them both at once.